And it's Terry Labonte now against Kenny Wallace. So smooth.
Oh, indeed, very smooth. That's one thing about Terry Labonte. He made that nice move in there, but he would have backed out of it and let Kenny make that preferred line rather than dive in there and maybe cause a problem. You see Tracy Leslie there moving in on Kenny Wallace now if they start down the back straightaway.
Labonte started 21st. Here he comes for the lead.
And has it. I'm telling you, this car is absolutely a land rocket right now.
Craven in second, Wallace in third, Tracy Leslie right there in fourth.
Well, these guys can get some great experience right now if they'll latch on the back of Terry Labonte, because he's as good as ever driven around this racetrack, and he does it with such ease. It's kind of like the first time I went to Riverside and tried to follow Dan Gurney around.
Yes.
I watched him for a couple of corners, and then I watched him from the dirt and the hills and the weeds, and then back up on the dirt again. I said, my goodness, how does he do that so easy? But he had that knack, and so does Terry Labonte.
Glenn?
Buddy, that would be an experience if they could ride that fast. Labonte told me before the race, you heard him, he said, I got a good car. That was a gross understatement. You're right, he is a rocket ship right now. There's nobody out here can run with him unless something happens to that car.
Tom Peck, did you find this a tough track to learn?
Yeah, you know, I spent an awful lot of time out in the grass. You know, you came from the dirt track, so I drove this track on the grass more than I did the asphalt the first year I got here.
And I'll confess, first time we ran here, I had a map on the dashboard just to find a way around.
I went back to the motel at night, and I studied a map and marked down on the map where I was supposed to shift gears and what gear to be in. You know, just kind of studied a little bit.
Interesting course, and as you've seen it, we found some interesting lines around it.
See, Randy LaJoie fixing to move in here towards the lead cars here.
And here we are, riding along with Brett Bodine. You see the thing judder there? That's what those cow pies do to you as you're right there. Now this is turn 2.
Let's rename that. I don't like that sound.
That's what we call it. Up through the S's, a blind entry here. Into turn 3, across the tunnel to get into the infield, and turn 4, and then this is all carry here. All straightaway, high gear.
Boy, you see the transmissions, they've improved them so much from the first time I ever run on a road course. We just missed this little chicane there and made a straightaway out of that corner there. That looked like he might have some kind of problem because the car never did slow down very much.
Well, I don't know. There was a turn there. There is a designated penalty for skipping the inner loop. Terry Labonte back at the front. And you said now if they can just run with him, good luck. There's Kenny Wallace and Ricky Craven in second and third. And now fourth and fifth, Tracy Leslie and Randy LaJoie. The Fina Chevy right together. And trouble on Johnny Benson's car. Not a happy birthday for him, Glenn.
No, Mike, it's not. The car came in. It was not running. The crew has told me that there is a rear end problem with the car. So as close up as he is in the point standings, I imagine if the rear end is burnt out, they're going to try to change it. But he's going to be here for quite a while. Happy birthday anyway, Johnny.
There might be a rear end problem, but they're working very hard right around where the transmission linkage is hanging down there. You see the guy up near the left front fender there. He's definitely working on transmission there.
Benson is 12th in the point standings and is the leading rookie by just 1 point over Dennis Setzer. Here's your leader, Terry Labonte, and you can see he's opened up a bit of a margin on Kenny Wallace and the rest of this field here at Watkins Glen, New York. We'll be right back. Ricky Craven comes on to pit road. He had dropped back a bit. Stevie Reeves makes a pit stop and goes back out. Randy Porter is back in the race, and the pit board is out for Terry Labonte as well. So here's Craven's crew going to work. John Munson. And Glenn is there.
Well, Mike, they're going to the left side of the car. We speculated there might be engine problems. I'm a little bit out of breath if you hear me breathing hard. But as soon as John Munson gets back over here, I'll find out exactly what the problem is. But they're working underneath Looks like they are working. He may have been stuck in gear. I'll get a word in just a moment. Clarify.
Took him 24 seconds to make the repair on Craven.
Yeah, you could see him working there. They had to unstick the gear levers there, and once they did that, he went right out in low gear. So that's what he done. He had it jammed in between gears there.
Kenny Wallace and Tracy Leslie there, nose to tail. Craven having dropped out of that battle. They're running behind Terry Labonte, and let's go back to Glenn. Glenn?
Here's John Monson, the crew chief for Ricky Craven. And John, what was the problem with the car?
The car got locked in 2 gears. We just had to loosen the link, turn the linkage a little bit. It's all right now. We'll just see if we can get a caution at the right time and get back to the front.
Car looks awfully strong other than that.
Ricky's doing a heck of a job. I didn't know he was such a good road racer. He's really impressing me.
He's impressing a lot of people today.
Well, he's got a long way to come now, Glenn, without a caution flag. Terry Labonte is by himself. Here's the battle behind him, Tracy Leslie and Kenny Wallace.
Well, Tracy Leslie got right by Kenny Wallace with very little problems whatsoever. He's the second fastest car. And that's why we're staying with this battle, because the lead car is in another area code for these guys.
I think you're right. All right. Now there's Randy LaJoie, and coming up, too, is Sterling Marlin behind LaJoie. Now, this is the 4th place car. And now you're riding with him. This is turn 5. This is the longest corner on this course. You feel like you're in this turn, well, about all day. It drops off downhill and then heads into that straightaway leading to turn 10.
You see him going up through the gears here. We're going down the back straightaway. Now you'll see him come up on the chicane here in just a second. He'll start shifting down. Now we're going up the hill. That's turn 10. I had to find out where I was at, folks. Anytime it gets over 2 corners, I'm in trouble.
I'm going to put a map on your dashboard. Turn 11. Back to start finish and the pit straightaway. Good battle there. Well,
I just noticed Randy LaJoie is bypassing 3rd gear, so he must be having a transmission problem in his car. You know, he made a run towards the lead cars, and then he's dropping off just a little bit. I just noticed he went from 2nd all the way over to 4th.
Okay. Kelly Moore from the Busch North Series. The number 47, trying to hold off Tim Fedowa, who has picked up the Luxair sponsorship for at least this race at Watkins Glen. And this is for 12th place. And I believe Kelly Moore is the leading Busch North driver in the race right now.
He's a tremendous driver, and he really likes the road courses. I think any time you win on a racetrack, you have to like it. A lot of people said, you know, what's it take to win at Daytona? I said, you have to like it. You have to love to go there. You have to love a road course. I wish I could feel that way. road courses, I never carried home a lot of money from these places. I did run 2nd here at one time.
Did you?
As a matter of fact. I don't think there's but 4 or 5 of us left on the racetrack, but I did get 2nd once. Hermie Sadler's off the pace here, it looks like, just a little bit.
He's coming back from a spin. May pit this time just ahead of Elton Sawyer. Oh, Butch Leitzinger gets in the tire wall with his Thunderbird. Now, he had moved up into the top 10 and then dropped back to 12th before this excursion. Well, he's got it fired up. Trying to find a forward gear there.
We have had a lot of rain here. I imagine he's having a little traction problem getting that car to move right now. Once you get into there, that's one problem. Then getting out is a double problem because it is really wet down in that area.
I believe that's right in front of our TV compound.
See what I'm saying? That's what a lot of horsepower when you can't direct it does for you.
He was in 9th place.
Just a little change for anything, really.
Slick tires and slick grass, you know.
That's a lifetime to that guy.
Get the tire changed. Yeah, there he is. Now let's show you what happened. Well, he's a passenger right now, isn't he?
Boy, he's a lucky man to get that car turned on that wet grass where it hits with the back of the car instead of slamming in their head first. The yellow is out.
And the caution will be for Butch Leitzinger. Randy Porter back on the track. He's in the pits right now. There's a caution flag, and Terry Labonte is on pit road. The race leader is in. Here's a look at Terry. The MW Windows Chevy.